What I would do if I had to start from zero today. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that everything you once relied on is gone. No money in the bank, no professional network to call for help, and no reputation that opens doors for you. At first, such a situation may sound frightening. Many people associate starting from zero with failure or the loss. However, history shows that some of the most powerful transformations begin exactly at this point. When everything familiar disappears, something unexpected often appears in its place. Clarity. Starting from zero removes distractions and forces individuals to focus on what truly matters. Throughout history, countless entrepreneurs, creators, and innovators have experienced moments where they had to rebuild their life from scratch. Some lost businesses, some faced financial crisis, and others moved to new places where no one knew them. Yet many of these individuals later described those difficult periods as turning points that shaped their character and determination. Starting from zero can be uncomfortable, but it can also create an opportunity to redesign one's life with stronger foundations. A common controversy surrounding the idea of starting from zero is the belief that only people with special advantages can recover from setbacks. Critics sometimes argue that success stories overlook structural challenges such as economic conditions or unequal opportunities. While those challenges are real, the purpose of this discussion is not to deny them. Instead, it focuses on the mindset and strategies that individuals can control regardless of circumstances. Even in difficult situations, people still possess one valuable resource, the ability to make decisions and take action. In this video, I will explore 11 practical principles that can help someone rebuild from nothing. These ideas emphasize mindset, skill development, networking, and disciplined action. None of these steps require extraordinary resources to begin. Instead, they focus on habits and attitudes that gradually create momentum. Starting from zero is not the end of a story. In many cases, it is the moment when a stronger and more resilient chapter begins. Rule number one, control your mind. When everything seems uncertain, the most valuable asset a person still owns is their mindset. External resources such as money, reputation, or connections can disappear unexpectedly, but the ability to think clearly and respond calmly remains within our control. Controlling the mind doesn't mean ignoring difficulties. Instead, it means accepting reality without allowing fear or frustration to dominate decision making. Psychologists often explain that during stressful situations, the human brain tends to focus on threats. This reaction evolved to help our ancestors survive danger. However, in modern life, this same reaction can sometimes lead to panic or pessimism. When people believe that a situation is hopeless, they may stop searching for solutions even when opportunities exist. The controversy surrounding mindset discussions is that some people interpret them as oversimplified advice. Critics argue that positive thinking alone cannot solve serious financial or social challenges. That criticism contains an important truth. Mindset by itself does not create results. However, mindset influences every decision that leads to results. A calm and solution focused mindset allows individuals to evaluate options carefully, while a fearful mindset often leads to rust or destructive choices. Developing mental control involves several practical habits. One habit is focusing on what can be controlled rather than worrying endlessly about what cannot. Another is maintaining emotional discipline by avoiding impulsive reactions during stressful moments. Many successful individuals describe how learning to pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully helped them navigate difficult transitions. A strong mindset always encourages resilience. Instead of viewing challenges as permanent obstacles, resilient thinkers treat them as temporary problems that require creative solutions. This perspective does not eliminate difficulties, but it provides the psychological stability needed to move forward. Ultimately, controlling the mind creates a foundation for every other step in rebuilding life. When the mind remains calm and focused, opportunities that once seemed invisible begins to appear. Rule number two, build a valuable skill. If someone truly had to start from sorry, zero, one of the fastest ways to rebuild opportunity would be to develop a valuable skill. Skills are unique assets because they travel with the individual. Money can be lost and networks can disappear, but knowledge and abilities remain inside the person who has developed them. A valuable skill is one that solves problems for other people. Businesses and organizations reward individuals who can create solutions, improve efficiency, or generate value. Skills such as communication, sales, digital marketing, programming, design, and problem solving are particularly powerful because they apply across many industries. Some people believe that building a skill requires years of formal education, which can discourage them from starting. The reality is more nuanced. While certain professions require specialized degrees, many practical skills can be learned through self education, online courses, mentorship, and consistent practice. Internet has dramatically expanded access to learning resources that were once limited to universities. The controversy surrounding skill development often involves the debate between talent and practice. Some argue that natural talent determines success, while others emphasize the role of disciplined effort. Research in psychology suggests that both factors play a role, but consistent practice is usually the stronger predictor of improvement over time. When someone focuses on learning a skill that the market values, they create a pathway towards opportunity. Employers, clients, and collaborators seek individuals who earn can contribute useful abilities. Even when starting with limited resources, the willingness to learn and practice can gradually transform potential into real capability. Rule number three, start small and start fast. One of the most common mistakes people make when facing a major life reset is waiting for perfect conditions before taking action. The idea of a perfect plan can be comforting, but it often delays progress. Starting small and starting quickly allows momentum to develop. Small actions may seem insignificant at first, but they create movement that leads to larger opportunities. History provides many examples of successful individuals who began with modest steps. Entrepreneurs have launched businesses from simple side projects. Writers have started careers by publishing small articles before producing books. Creators have built audiences by sharing short pieces of content before expanding into larger platforms. The controversy here is the tension between planning and action. Some people argue that careful planning prevents mistakes, while others emphasize the value of experimentation. In reality, both perspectives have merit. Planning provides direction, but excessive planning can lead to paralysis. Action reveals information that no amount of planning alone can provide. Starting small allows individuals to test ideas, learn from feedback, and refine their approach. Each step generates new knowledge about what works and what needs improvement. Over time, these small experiments accumulate into meaningful progress. Momentum is a powerful force. Once someone begins taking consistent action, motivation often increases naturally. Progress becomes visible, confidence grows, and new possibilities appear. Starting small may not feel dramatic, but it is often the most reliable path towards meaningful change. Rule number four, focus on income first. When someone truly has to rebuild life from zero, one of the most immediate priorities is financial stability. While long term goals such as building a business, developing expertise, or pursuing creative ambitions are important, survival requires addressing immediate financial needs first. Cash flow reduces stress and creates breathing room for planning the next steps. Many successful entrepreneurs describe periods early in their journeys when they took temporary work simply to stabilize their situation. These jobs were not always glamorous or aligned with their long term ambitions, but they provided a foundation that allowed them to move forward. Temporary income sources such as freelancing, services, service work, part-time employment, or short-term contracts can help individuals cover basic expenses while they build skills and opportunities. The controversy surrounding this idea often arises from the tension between following passion and paying the bills. Some people believe that focusing on income first means sacrificing dreams or settling for less meaningful work. However, the reality is often the opposite. Financial stability allows individuals to pursue larger goals with greater clarity and less anxiety. Without basic stability, stress and urgency can cloud judgment and limit the creativity. Another important aspect of early income generation is learning how to provide value quickly. Service based activities such as assisting others with tasks, offering technical help, or performing freelance projects often allows individuals to generate income while simultaneously gaining experience. These opportunities also expose individuals to real world challenges and customer needs, which can inspire future business ideas. Focusing on income first does not mean abandoning long term ambitions. Instead, it means creating a stable platform from which those ambitions can grow. Once financial pressure is reduced, individuals can invest time in developing advanced skills, building networks, and exploring innovative ideas. In this sense, income is not the final destination. It is a fuel that powers the journey towards larger opportunities. Rule number five, use the internet. One of the most powerful advantages available today that previous generations did not have is the internet. A person starting from zero now has access to a global network of information, learning platforms, and professional opportunities. With only a smartphone or computer and an internet connection, individuals can learn new skills, connect with experts, and even build businesses that reach customers around the world. Online education platforms offer courses on topics ranging from digital marketing and programming to entrepreneurship and design. Many of these resources are affordable or even free. This means that someone is with determination can acquire valuable knowledge without needing expensive formal education. The internet also enables individuals to showcase their work and build reputations online. Platforms such as professional networking sites, content platforms, and freelance marketplaces allow people to present their skills to global audiences. A designer can share creative projects, a writer can publish articles, and a developer can demonstrate coding abilities through open projects. The controversy surrounding the internet is that it can also become a source of distraction. Social media feeds and endless entertainment can consume a large amounts of time without producing meaningful progress. Some critics argue that digital platforms encourage passive consumption rather than productive learning. This criticism highlights an important truth. Technology is a tool and its impact depends on how it is used. When used intentionally, the internet becomes one of the most powerful resources for rebuilding the opportunities. It provides access to mentors, communities, and information that once required physical proximity. By treating the internet as a learning platform rather than merely an entertainment source, individuals can accelerate professional growth over time. The knowledge gained online can translate into real world opportunities that expand far beyond initial expectations. Rule number six, build a network from scratch. Opportunities rarely emerge in isolation. Relationships play a crucial role in personal and professional growth. When starting from zero, building a network may feel intimidating because it seems as though everyone else already has established connections. However, networks are not created instantly, they are built gradually through genuine interactions. Networking is often misunderstood as simply asking others for help or favors. In reality, the most effective networking focuses on creating value for others. When individuals share useful information, offer assistance, or demonstrate genuine interest in collaboration, relationships naturally begin to develop. Professional networking platforms and community events provide opportunities to connect with people who share similar interests or goals. Engaging in discussions, participating in online communities, and attending local meetups can gradually expand one's circle of contacts. The controversy surrounding networking arises because some people associate it with insincerity or manipulation. They believe networking involves pretending to be interested in others solely for personal gain. While such behavior does exist, authentic networking operates differently. Genuine relationships are based on trust, mutual respect, and shared goals. Building a network from scratch requires patience. Not every conversation will lead to immediate opportunities, and many connections develop slowly over time. However, even small interactions can create pathways for collaboration and learning. Over time, a supportive network becomes one of the most valuable assets a person can have. Connections provide insights, encouragement, and opportunities that may never appear through solitary effort. For someone rebuilding from zero, relationships often become the bridge that leads to new possibilities. Rule number seven, become extremely consistent. Consistency is one of the most underestimated factors in long term success. Many people admire talent, creativity, and intelligence, yet they overlook the power of sustained effort. When individuals commit to improving a little every day, small gains accumulate into remarkable progress over time. Consider how skills develop. A musician who practices daily gradually refines technique. A writer who writes regularly becomes more expressive and confident. A programmer who builds small projects consistently develops stronger problem solving abilities. These improvements may seem modest in the beginning, but over months and years they compound dramatically. The controversy surrounding consistency often involves the belief that motivation must come from before action. Many people wait until they feel inspired before beginning work. However, experienced professionals often describe the opposite pattern. Action frequently creates motivation. Once a person begins working towards a goal, momentum builds and enthusiasm follows. Consistency also creates reliability. People who demonstrate steady progress gain the trust of colleagues, clients, and collaborators. Reliability becomes a reputation in itself, opening doors to larger responsibilities and opportunities. Building consistency requires a structure. Simple habits such as setting daily goals, maintaining routines, and tracking progress can help individuals remain focused even when motivation fluctuates. The key is not perfection but persistence. Over time, consistency transforms small efforts into meaningful achievements. What begins as modest progress gradually becomes visible momentum. For someone starting from zero, this steady growth can be one of the most powerful forces in rebuilding success. Rule number eight, protect your time and energy. Time and energy are among the most valuable resources any person possesses. When rebuilding life from zero, protecting these resources becomes especially important. Distractions, negative environments, and unproductive habits can easily consume time that could otherwise be invested in the growth. Many successful individuals emphasize the importance of focusing on activities that contribute directly to progress. Learning new skills, creating valuable work, building relationships, and maintaining physical and mental health all require time and energy. When attention is scattered across too many activities, meaningful progress becomes difficult. The controversy surrounding time management often involves the balance between productivity and rest. Some people believe that constant work is necessary for success, while others emphasize the importance of relaxation and recovery. The most sustainable approach recognizes the value of both. Productive individuals typically organize their time around priorities. They allocate focused periods for learning, creating, and problem solving, while also allowing space for rest and reflection. This balance helps maintaining long-term motivation and prevents the burnout. Protecting time also involves setting the boundaries, limiting exposure to distractions, whether digital notifications or negative influences allows individuals to maintain concentration on meaningful goals. When time and energy are directed towards purposeful activities, progress accelerates. Each hour invested thoughtfully contributes to the gradual rebuilding of opportunity and confidence. Rule number 9, treat failure as data. Failure often carries a strong emotional weight. Many people interpret failure as evidence that they are not capable or that their goals are unrealistic. However, in the context of learning and growth, failure serves a different function. It provides information. Scientists conduct experiments knowing that many attempts will not produce the expected result. Entrepreneurs launch products that sometimes fail before discovering successful ideas. Athletes lose competitions before refining the strategies that lead to victory. The controversy surrounding failure stems from cultural expectations. Society tends to highlight achievements while minimizing the struggles behind them. As a result, people may believe that successful individuals rarely experience setbacks. In reality, setbacks are often essential steps towards mastery. When failure is viewed as data rather than defeat, it becomes a valuable teacher. Each unsuccessful attempt reveals information about what needs to change. Adjustments can then be made to strategies, skills, or approaches. This perspective encourages experimentation instead of fearing mistakes. Individuals become more willing to test new ideas and explore creative solutions. Over time, the insights gained from these experiments contribute to stronger strategies. Treating failure as data transforms obstacles into opportunities for learning. For someone starting from zero, this mindset provides resilience and adaptability, two qualities that are essential for long term success. Although starting from zero may initially feel overwhelming, it can also be an extraordinary opportunity for the transformation. When familiar structures disappear, individuals gain the freedom to rebuild their life intentionally. Old habits can be replaced with the new ones, and fresh perspectives can guide future decisions. Many people who have experienced major setbacks later describe those moments as turning points. Difficult circumstances forced them to develop resilience, creativity, and determination. These qualities often become the foundation for future achievements. The idea that starting from zero can be a gift may seem controversial at first. Some people argue that setbacks should be avoided whenever possible. While avoiding unnecessary hardship is sensible, unexpected challenges can reveal strengths that might otherwise remain hidden. Rebuilding from zero encourages individuals to focus on what truly matters: mindset, skills, relationships, and disciplined action. These elements form the foundation of sustainable success regardless of external circumstances. The message of this video is not that starting over is easy. Rather, it is that starting over is possible and sometimes transformative. With patience, consistency, and a willingness to learn, zero can become the starting point for something even greater than what existed before. Your next chapter does not depend on where you begin, it depends upon the decisions you make from this moment forward. Thank you. Have a nice